Hey, Madawaska Middle. Obviously, we didn't have the staff meeting this week, which I think we all are pretty okay with. But with that said, there's a few things you need to be aware of. So I'm just going to do a run down the list so we all have it. First thing, end of the quarter is obviously on the 16th, which is next Thursday. In talking to kids, they would like an incentive day that is similar to like an Olympic type experience or some kind of games, and so I will be working with them to plan that. We will be having that the week after spring break. Um, and so I will be in touch about what that looks like. But just know it's coming and you can start advertising with kids. It's going to be some type of a game type situation for those that have met all the requirements and expectations. Grades are due on the 23rd at 9. If you're leaving on vacation prior to that, you need to have grades done and make sure that those are submitted. Boys in the boat. It sounds like this session was good as well, and kids working together. But we need one more session to finish movie posters. Some of you in your classrooms have already finished those or are working on those, and so I will have some type of experience for an escape room for you starting for next Wednesday. If you are just doing movie posters in your classroom, or with your time together, but you still want to do the escape room, you certainly can, and we will let you do that. But I'm going to ask you not to do it prior to Wednesday. Okay. So if you're doing that with your Laker time or with your classroom, please don't do that prior to Wednesday. Okay. The final session will be on the 15th. All right, MCAs, our favorite time of year. So just a heads up, we will do training for everyone on the 29th at 7:30 in the auditorium. So that is everyone, paraprofessionals, teaching staff, everyone needs to be trained in case you end up with a small group subbing for someone or anything like that. As you know, that's typically a couple videos that we all watch together, have some conversation, and then you sign off a waiver that you've been trained and participated. Um, we are changing our order a little bit, and so science will start April 4th and 5th, then English the 12th and 13th, and math the 18th and 19th. If you look at those days, they're typically Tuesdays and Wednesdays, except it will be Wednesday and Thursday following our Easter break. We will be doing MCAs in classrooms this year, and so by class. So if you are Amber, you're giving MCAs on the April 4th and 5th all day long to every 8th grade class. Okay, so you won't have where we reschedule the whole school. We are not doing that this year. So English reading will take place in English. Math will, of course, take place in math class. During those days, we'll have some expectations for kids for being quiet and that type of thing as well. Um, Also, I will be meeting with kids the week of the 27th, it looks like 27th through the 30th, just to have some conversation about what to expect and why we do them. Um, and so I will be in touch with what that looks like. Okay. Day of Faith. We have a Day of Faith that's coming up through our community on March 29th. Sorry, I'm on the wrong sheet. I'm on Facebook here. It looks like Hope Community Church has posted it. There's some posters around town as well and in school. So Wednesday, March 29th is a day of faith, and kids will be excused. I believe there's some transportation that will happen from our school to Central Square, it looks like. Lunch will remain the same as a regular day. But for our kids, it's the 6th through 8th graders that's the big deal for. They will be released at 12:08 and back to us at 2:50. So just a heads up, kids will be excused and are able to attend this. It looks like any faith, but it is a day of faith, Wednesday, March 29th. So if you aren't aware of that, I anticipate that we'll have a large amount of students that will participate. All right, March 17th, you have the notes for what to do. If you plan to be here, that's totally fine. There'll be certainly a group of us that will also be here, and we will, if you're here, we will share information about what what your work looks like if we'll be meeting in the morning by building. Otherwise, you already have the work to do and you can complete that. Laker planning time, that's for our 7th and 8th graders, or Laker time planning, sorry. I met with some kids this week, had some conversations, some good conversation. Want to revisit and circle back about how do we problem solve what Laker time looks like. March 14th, which is next Tuesday, I'm going to put it on your calendar when I get off of this, that at 7:30 we're going to take a little time to meet and just revisit the conversation that we had earlier last week. All right, crew. That's a pretty long message from me. I think we have everything pretty much highlighted. If there's something you're wondering about, always stop in. Next week, as far as weather looks a little bit rough. Maybe Wednesday, somebody's telling me, but otherwise sounds sounds decent, but who knows? It could change 500 times by then, and we'll see what it looks like. All right. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye, guys.